myself. My name is Andrew. I'm a channel account manager from the APAC Odoo office. Currently, I'm calling you guys from Hong Kong. As you can see, I'm working from home today. First of all, thanks for thanks to Brainstation for organizing this webinar. I'm always happy to participate webinars with our partners. So today I'm being tasked with telling everyone the topic on how Odoo is meeting the demand of modern day business. So before we go into details and actually talk about how Odoo helps with modern day business, I guess a lot of you may not have heard of Odoo before. So I'm just going to quickly tell you about Odoo. So what is Odoo? Odoo is an all-in-one management software. We are a Belgium company. It started actually as an ERP-focused open source company back in like 17, 18 years ago. So our goal is to make an all-in-one management software that's easy and beautiful and modernized and intuitive to use. Actually, 18 years ago, it was literally a garage project back in the days, started by our founder, Fabian, as you can see here. He started with a vision to help SMEs to go through the digital transformation. Because back in the days, like 18 years ago, there were only the big players out there. The big names, right? I'm not gonna name them. But back in the days, it's not as accessible like nowadays to get like software help in order to help companies operation. So he started a company with a vision to help these companies because back in the days we are also SMB, right? So he started an open source platform. First it was called Tiny ERP, and then soon after it was being renamed to Open ERP. Obviously, Open ERP stands for Open Source ERP Platform. And then around 7 years ago, we rebranded as Odoo and switched from an open source model to an open core model to what you guys see nowadays and what we advertise ourselves nowadays as an open core business model as Odoo. So yeah, how do they make it happen? Like I said, it's all based on the open source platform. On top of that, we obviously put down a lot of work on top of the open source model. Because at its core, it's open sourced, it's very easy to be integrated with other software. And over the course of 16, 17 years of development, it's not just the traditional ERP anymore. Obviously, at its core, we're still all about helping business to run their operation, but we are more than that. That's why we call ourselves an all-in-one management software. And also because everything is modularized, it's Odoo itself is very scalable and intuitive to use. In terms of modern day business, I'm guessing like the picture on your left should resonate with you a lot. Like one of the biggest headache out there for our customers or for any companies, no matter the size, is that a lot of times their employees or their owners or anyone in the company, they spend a lot of time with their software, a lot of single purpose softwares specifically. These single purpose softwares, they are good on its own. But at the end of the day, these softwares, they don't talk to each other. But in order for them to do so, either you do the manual import or export, or you pay a pricey implementation, right? Which is not ideal for SMB business. That's why we had the vision to build this all-in-one solution. Of course, we are not advertising ourselves saying, hey, we are better than all the software you see on the left-hand side. No, Odoo is all about all-in-one. Obviously, we are not saying we are any less. We're comparable. I would say like at least at 80 to 90% of what they're doing. But we have all of them in one platform, right? That's why we always say we have one app for every need. From the more traditional ERP stuff like managing your inventory, managing your procurement process, your sales process, CRM, finance, to nowadays a bit more modern software needs like building an e-commerce platform, helping you go through the digital transformation, like building e-learning platforms, helping you with marketing, helping you with HR, all those great things, all integrated or modularized into a single app. But we have that in our single platform, right? And also, we have a unique way to help businesses. It's not just we only service the big clients. Obviously, over the course of 18 years and slowly growing into a big company nowadays, we not only work with small companies, but also with the big companies. However, the same mentalities is still there. We help companies no matter their size, we provide them with flexibility and also help them to expand the need and help your company to grow. So it's fitted to all business sizes. So just a quick recap, Odoo's value proposition in the market is all about the flexibility, the user friendliness, the diversity in our portfolio of solutions, and all integrated in a single platform. Yeah. So how did we make it happen? Actually, it's all about the people behind. So this picture you're looking at, it was taken like 18 years ago, really back in the days. So this is our founding team. So now we are at around 2,000 employees worldwide. This is a photo of us in our Belgium office, I guess a couple years ago. Like I said, we have 2,000 employees worldwide, and nowadays we grew into 7 million users already, and we are present in over 175 countries. And at the beginning, I said, yeah, I'm calling you guys from Hong Kong. So I'm the channel account manager. I work with a lot of our partners in the APAC region. I help them to help them to localize the Odoo business or do the business together in the local region, and also help them to talk to the customers. And also, I'm also responsible for the licenses and licensing and the subscription issues of Odoo. Some of our clients, better known in the APAC region, but I'm not going to go into too much detail about them today. But if any of you out there are looking for software, these websites, these software review websites should be very familiar with them, right? And we are very confident with our reviews on those platforms. So if you're interested in looking for ERP or any kind of software and you find Odoo is quite interesting, do pay these websites a visit. Just don't listen to me. Listen to what these websites, these reviewers are saying about Odoo. We have amazing results there. The reason we are able to have such a good result and good review online is not just because we have a good product. It's also about how we do the implementation. In terms of implementation, we often work with our partners, like I mentioned. But I guess a lot of software companies out there, they have vendors, but we call them partners for a reason, because actually our CEO Fabian, he always say we are 95%. Odoo itself, as a software editor, we are 95% a software company. That means we try to put all of our effort in making the overall platform better every day. That doesn't mean that we don't talk to the customer. We still do, but a lot of the service stuff in terms of implementation, because when it comes to implementation, when it comes to ERP, right? Every companies, they have their own unique approach. They have their own workflow. Each industries have their own workflow, have their own requirements. We work with our partners to deliver those. So these partners, like Brainstation here today, they're an amazing partner of Odoo. I'm gonna talk about them a little bit later on. But these partners, we work with them because they have the local presence. They can help our customers with local hosting or cloud hosting. They can help them with the implementation, the training. That's why we have kind of like a symbiotic relationship with a partner. Without the partners, there is no Odoo. Okay, and also not just the partners, we also have a very important methodology in mind. We call it the quick start methodology. So what is the quick start methodology? We have three principles. First of all, is to keep it as standard as possible, keep it as we always ask our partners to deliver it as fast as possible, and also keep it as affordable as possible. we have seen too many customers coming to us saying they got kidnapped by some other softwares out there. I'm not going to name names, but the problem with a big project is that it lacks flexibility, right? It is great when a customer commit to a big project, they had a big vision to go through the digital transformation, and then commit to a big project, right? It's great when the project gets delivered on time and in a successful manner, of course, but oftentimes it's not that simple. Let's put it this way, and at the end of the day, the risk uh, it's it's always the customer and the implementer taking the risk. So we try to avoid that. Not saying try to we can prevent that from happening, but we try to minimize those because within there we've seen too many customers, and also this also resonate a lot with our a value proposition of being flexible in the market, right? So, speaking of partnership, speaking of Brainstation, a little bit information about Brainstation, but later on I'll hand it over to Anupam from Brainstation to tell a bit more about how they help customers to do the implementation. But in terms of the partnership, we've been working together since 2017, and actually Brainstation is a gold partner of Odoo. They are doing very well actually, and they are a top partner in Bangladesh and one of our market leaders in APAC. So they have been working with clients not just obviously in Bangladesh, but also worldwide, in Europe, in South America. But I'm not going to speak for them. So if you guys have any questions for me, save it. We have a Q&A session afterwards. But for now, I'll hand it over to Anupam to talk about the implementation side.
All right, Andrew, thank you. Thank you so much. So our next session is going to be by our ERP unit head, Anupam Saha, and he's going to be talking about how Brainstation is helping in ERP implementation. So Anupam, hi, please do continue. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you all for joining our webinar today. So let's start with a small description about Brainstation. So Brainstation started our journey in 2000 back in 2006. So since then, so for the last 16 years, we have been serving around the world. So we are we are working as the trusted companion for the digital leadership by empowering people to achieve more with less. So currently around the world, we have 8 partners. So we can see in the map. So we have existence in Japan, Norway, Canada, USA, UAE, and we have also existence in Australia. So far we have reached almost 25 plus countries around the world with our services, and we have served almost 1200 plus clients, and we have for our in this journey we have served almost completed like 2000 plus successful projects. So it's a big achievement for us. So talking about Odoo, so since Brainstation is a large company, but we haven't basically built our own ERP, because ERP, as Andrew mentioned, so ERP is basically it is a intuitive fact. So it is not the traditional ERPs or business solution. So but currently ERP is like evolving. It is it is taking all the business needs. So considering all the facts, so we are looking for a global standard, so which can basically serve the local and the international clients. So considering all the facts in back in 2017, so we partnered with Odoo. So initially we were the ready partner of Odoo, and by our performances and the number of clients and the criteria what we have to meet for the gold partnership. So and currently we are the gold partner of Odoo, and you will be happy to know that we are the only gold partner here in Bangladesh. But we are not only serving in only the local clients, so we are also serving in the in the international markets also. So we have our big larger projects in Europe and South Americas and USA. So our ERP's main motto is to partner for business empowerment. Or basically, we are not basically focusing for only for the software delivery or ERP implementation. So we like to work with our partners, our clients. So as a partner, we help them to for their empowerment. And our goal is to ensure streamlined business process under one solution, which is scalable, accessible for your organizations. So which is the most vital part for a ERP solution. So since I'm talking about how Brainstation is helping the local and international clients, so in that case, first what we basically focus on the successful project, because ERP is not a basically it is not a sprint. It is not a 100-meter sprint, 200-meter sprint, or it is not like 1 month, 2 month, 6 month project. Because when you will able to implement a successful ERP for your business, so it will also the integrated part, because when it will be integrated part at the time without a without you can't run your business single absence office. So it is the vital part so to complete a the closer for a successful project. So when we take a project, so we consider all the facts, and to make a project ERP project successful, so we consider so many things. So what our consideration first of all is it must be on time and within budget. Since with Odoo, so Odoo is a module based approach, so we can go one by one module, we can implement, and customer can getting their results and they can go and another step. So it doesn't mean that you have to think or take all your project at a time and run or and implement the whole thing. So we can go by module approach. So this is the very beauty of Odoo, and we try to follow this for the successful implementations. So how we serve this? So because what I am talking, so it needs lots of expertise and certified resources to serve our clients within this way. So since Odoo has some standards and certifications, so with growing our resource pool, so we also ensure that things are delivered with the quality resources. So for that, so we have certified pools of resources. We have certifications in Odoo 12, 13, 14. So, and we have expertise rules. So when Odoo started their business, so it was in from Teen ERP, then it came to Open ERP, and now it is Odoo version 15 is running, and this year hopefully Odoo 16 will come. So for a ERP, you always need to upgrade it with the changes. So we have a resource pool, so who are working for the last 7 or 8 years from OpenERP 7 till Odoo version 15. So our expertise in both the Odoo enterprise and both in community. So how we basically do a project? So before, so when we take a project, so we don't only our focus is not only to basically serve the software. So initially, we try to map the business, and we provide consultancy. We also work as the consultant of a client. It is not our prime duty to only for the deliveries. We also work as a consultant. We all work as a team. So how we ensure this? So because when we take a project, so we try to map the existing business of a client and then try to map with the existing Odoo. Because the main principle is to deliver as fast and involve client with the system so that they can have an idea what is going to be happen, and they are familiar with what changes are actually they need. And we consult in case of business re-engineering and some other parts, so we also suggest them what will be the best strategy to implement in Odoo. Because we don't see the present, we also think about the long-term implementation impact also. So that's why basically we are that's how we are doing this in Odoo. So you can see that there are separate modules, so you can implement purchase, CRM, manufacturing, operations. So you can go gradually, And the most beauty is that when you will like implement all the things, so these are by build it as integrated. So you will get, when you will implement one and another, so you will get the implemented like integrated results. So like for that you don't have, like need to put another effort for the integrations. So things are by default integrated. So after this, so we like before onboarding, so we provide like functional training. So functional training means to like to enrich, so transfer the knowledges of Odoo, how Odoo works, and how to map with the like existing requirements of the clients with the systems. So we help our clients so with this functional training. So when the basically clients receive this functional training, which is the most vital part for the ERP implementations, so like they are like more knowledgeable, they become more knowledgeable since they run their own businesses. So like they have more vision and more like deeper knowledge or impacts, so they know how to basically map with their like Odoo and with their current business solutions. So we try to we like provide training to the like end user stakeholders, and we throw our business analyst and consultant team. So like we have a like separate team of business analysts and consultants, and who has expertise in separate modules. We have also expertise in accounting and everything. So when the like when we provide the training and we are in the same place, so then we can basically talk about the customization and development. Because when we start a project, so everyone is thinking about like customization. So we need this, but when like customer also get the knowledge and they are basically on board with the like as is Odoo or vanilla Odoo, and they try to map their businesses, then they can really feel what are the real customization they need. And if we find that yes, these are the real need and this will like brings more value for the customers, then we go for the customizations. But initially we discourage the customizations, because I will talk about why we discourage. So in the implementation phase, so how we ought to basically implement. So I'm going to give you a like a short overview. So the phases of implementation. So initially we do a gap analysis. So like there we spend like 10% of our time. So where the like business analysis, gap analysis, phasing, and budget. Though these are involved. Then we start off the kickoff. So in the kickoff, we aligned our stakeholders with the methodology, standard training, and then then it comes for the implementation. So in the implementation, so it is not a one time implementations. We we like repeat the cycle every time whenever it is needed. Like there are series of cycles: analysis, development, validation, k user trainings. So like we done one sort of like implementation, the customer is running, then if in a further requirement is coming or further modules need to be integrated, then we do the same process. So this is the beauty of Odoo, because in some cases customers like don't have the capacity or the like same like like adequate resource pool, so who can take over the project. So by this way, so we are continuously delivering values to the customers and they are using. So this is the beauty. And after go live, so end user training, bug fixing, so these are the parts. And then the second development come. So and large scope, add custom features, development. So that's how we basically, this is the implementation methodology, like what Odoo suggests. And as a partner company, so we also try to follow this. And basically this process like brings more success for the customers, and as a partner we are also happy, because as a partner, so what brings like what makes smiles to us, because when you see that we can create success customer stories, then it brings like values to us. So these are the like implementation phase. So how basically these things are going. So I think you can see in the chart. So like first quotations, what I already mentioned in this. So this is the part. So you can see that after go live, down there is phase two. That's how phase N can be done with the same processes. So like customer is aligned with their like same budget, time, everything. Okay. So what we what I mentioned that how we discourage basically the development or something like that. So we believe that developing specific feature does not help the project, because developing custom features is not a priority, because we initially we try to map the business with the existing Odoo. So it will help to customer implement the ERP with the less budget, because sometimes we can see the bigger picture or the technical depth of the custom coding or or further development, because each customer see may simple in the initial stage and affordable, but the complexity of project grows with the square of the number of customization lot, but not linearly. So you can see in the graph. So since it ERP is an integrated solution, so one change may impact or separate modules, multiple modules, so and multiple functions. So it will bring, so initially it may simple, but later it may cost it may arise further technical debt or more costing for the maintenance and other parts. And customer satisfaction is not a useful KPI. So initially, when you see the graph or the tagline, so it seems like something unusual, but this is the fact, because we definitely prefer our customers to be temporarily dissatisfied. Why? Because when the ERP project is running, so customer expectation may go down. So and we are really happy with that, but our main target is to increase customer happiness while after the go live. So in the graph you can see that, so after live, so the happiness and the when it is in production, so the happiness is increasing, then the customer can really they can think why we implemented this way. But instead of if we basically go with the customers without only for the software delivery, so in that case customer happiness can be high, but after the go live in the when it will be in productions, the happiness can decrease. But we go in the alternate way, because we want to fight in the initial stage, but when you will be in live, so you're in production, so your happiness can increase. So therefore, we use periodical customer ratings, because you'll be happy to know that our first customers back in 2017 when we started Odoo, so our first customer is still with us. So this is a a very good sign for us, and they are really happy with the solutions. And you'll be also happy to know that though they are taking support from us with the AMC contract, but the software is so much stable. Even there is in the for the last 2 years we didn't give any support for at least 1 hour. So it is running so smoothly and customer is very happy. And for the integration, so when there is an ERP implementation, so multiple integrations may required. So Odoo also supports this, and we have as a gold partner, we have this capacity and resources for any sort of integrations with the with Odoo, like third parties and other web and app services. And now coming to the post implementation support. So when we basically deploy ERP, so it may take some time, but the longevity of the project basically depends on the post implementation support. So there are many companies basically who support for who suffer from this post implementation support, because if there is not adequate support, so customer can run this total solutions. So in that case, you have to ensure the quality and the retention of your resource pool. So here in Brainstation, we try to maintain the highest retention rate of our talented resources and the customers also. So in the post implementation support, so in the after go live, so we encourage and guide the contact to receive proper training. We ensure with the training materials and the physical and online trainings. And key user are not professional testers. So we believe that the end users from the client end, so they are not the professional testers. So we have a business teams and testing teams, so who continuously monitor the solutions. So after the post implementation, so if there is any bug arises, not even raised from the client end, but we ensure from our end if there is any upgradations or any fixing is needed for the client, so we'll do it by ourselves. and avoid pushing back go live dates. Basically, we had this basically go live dates pushing back. So initially, we take a like small scope, like 50 days, 100 man days projects. So we try to implement within this, like, and try to live the customers within this. But rather than taking an additional requirements and like pushing the live dates, go live date backwards. So we basically don't like this. We try to go step by steps and be on site. So the first day we basically on the deployment, so we try to like be with the client so that it gives them the like courage and the positive energy. And has the go live really happened? We also ensured that like it is not like that we told them we sign up the UAT, we ensured that it is the project is in live. But from our end, from our project managers and from our like management team, you ensures that yes, the project is in live and customer is really putting or getting their real-time data from the solutions and taking the benefits of ERP. So, and another part of the of Odoo is that so customized mobile app. So Odoo, like for the enterprise users, so Odoo has its own mobile apps. But in some cases, the customer require for the like customers mobile app for their sales or the internal users. So we have done like mobile app solutions like both in Android and iOS. So we can also do this like for our customers also. So like there is not only dependency for the web solutions. So and if you want to like convert your solution in the mobile apps and others, so we can also do this. So for the better user experience, like easily installable on the other mobile devices and like effortlessly on the go. So our ready products. So by these times for the last 6 years, so we have some products to serve. So like HRMS, we have a like complete HRMS solution for the like Bangladesh market and the international standard also. And we have a pharmaceutical POS, we have a pharma ERP, and we have a like people tracking solutions also through mobile app and back in the backend or Odoo. And we have a like customer relationship management solution also, and freight forwarding and logistics solutions, and we have an accounting solution also. So with these with the features of Odoo, so we can also like separately provide this sort of solutions. And our footprints are in the manufacturing industries and fashion and clothing industries and pharmaceutical industries, jewelry industries, food and beverage industries, global logistics and IT and software industries, and import and export, and construction industries also, and trading and other end use. And you can see the list of clients having some other in like from international clients and some other Bangladesh clients. So basically interested us for their ERP implementations, and you'll be happy to know that our client retention rate is 100%. You can also like check it in our in Odoo site as a like partner of Odoo. So what is our retention rate also? So you can see some big names there. So basically, we are we also provide them the like enterprise solutions also, and some clients are in community editions also. So that's all from my end. So from the like our implementation in various organization, the challenges is faced and we solution we provided. So it will be conducted by Mr. Tanjil Hassan Khan. So Tanjil is here the like auto tech lead. So he will describe how what are the challenges basically we are faced and solutions. Over to Tanjil.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so basically what we'll be talking about is the challenges we faced and how we solve them with Odoo and with customizing the Odoo solution we have. So let's talk about the challenges. What challenge we will be considering. So what we found that every business is unique, even within the same industry, right? Like two companies who are doing business in same industry do their business in different ways. Their sales process is different. different. Their purchase process, their HR process, all are different. And in that case, we can't implement one solution to another company. We have to map the solutions in different ways, meet their challenges in different ways. And when doing that, there are some things that we get from the organizations, from our other businesses, like converting their idea into an automated system. Or in some cases, they don't use any automated software. So they have some manual processes, they have some paper-based systems, which has to come into automation. And bringing them and mapping them sometimes comes to challenge into Odoo, and sometimes that we find that that process doesn't exist in Odoo. So we have to build that or customize some existing solutions so that we can meet the customer's requirement. And thirdly, there are some vertical solutions like the business organizations who are not only business focused like NGO. This is a completely unprofitable organization solution. Healthcare, they have a hospital management system, but it also has a business process, right? Like they have accounting, so they have sales in case of they have pharmacy, they have purchases, and on top of that, they have the hospital management system. So like training centers, and someone was asking about tourism sectors, right? Sorry, they are the vertical solutions we can build on top of Odoo. Like Odoo gives us the all the core modules, all the core functionalities a business need, and based on that we can also map those that system in some vertical solutions. And we can always integrate third-party application, as Anupam mentioned. We will talk about that in a later part, like how a third-party application can be integrated with Odoo with its regular updates and regular data. And always there are always some custom business requirements from the clients, and sometimes it is a challenge to meet those requirements with current Odoo we have or current the business processes actually done. So we have to take some decisions. We have to customize and tweak so many areas to meet those requirements. Okay, so the solutions I'll be showing you, it will be depend on some scenarios. Like first scenario will be it will be a multi-company scenario, like a group of company can have multiple companies. So one scenario will be a multiple company. The company can have multiple warehouses, like in separate areas, separate district zones, in many places. And sorry, one warehouse can have multiple locations. All right. So within a warehouse, we have separate locations where we organize our stocks, our products. Some area we keep our raw materials, some area we can have our finished goods, or we can have a very different warehouses for each of the type of products. And we will look into the challenges of inventory operation. We solved the some retail business scenario and integration with other systems, how we solved diversified websites, e-commerce solution. And lastly, we will show a food and bakery solution flow as an example. Okay. So for the inventory operation and tracking with Odoo, whenever a customer comes to us who has a stock or inventory, the first question of them is how I can trace my products, how I can trace my inventory, how I know how much product I have, what is the value of my current stock. Odoo gives us an easy solution with that. Odoo has a very versatile inventory solution. It supports barcode, it supports batch processing, it supports so many other all the modern functionalities we can think of. Even we have replaced Mechalogs, which is a warehouse management system, with Odoo for one of our clients. And you can track your inventory with lot serial numbers, or you can assign what can I say, expiry dates of your stocks. You can manage your stock with FIFO, with a LIFO, with a FIFO methodologies. And while doing that, we had a client who has 73,000 stock location in a single warehouse. So it was a big challenge, because if the warehouse has 73,000 locations, how we can map them with automated system, and the worker who will be working in the warehouse will have a less time to pick the product. So we made a solution for that, and these 73,000 warehouse was only in a single warehouse, and they had multiple warehouses, but they were using on a single Odoo system. And thirdly, there is a stock batch processing, like what I was saying. Like when you have so many locations, you must have so many sales as we speak, and with so many sales, you have to process so many delivery orders, right? But you can process a single delivery order. You have to batch them, and you have to batch, let's say, 100 delivery orders into one. Then you want to process them. But with the batching, you can't do that in a single in a manual process. So there is a barcode processing. So whenever the batches come into the warehouse, they use the barcode machines to pick up the products to the destination locations, and there can be multiple zones in the warehouse where you can fulfill your demands. And last but not least, there is a heavy Concur reception and delivery and third-party integrations. So when you have a system which is core of your inventory, which is managing all your receptions like purchase receptions, your GRNs, which is delivering your sales products, and third-party integration, we mean there will be mobile application, there will be sales channel like websites, third-party websites, your own website. So everything comes into the inventory, right? And inventory has to fulfill every demand without any delay. So we had to optimize the server, we had to optimize the solution in such a way so that Odoo can handle this sort of heavy customizations in a beautiful way. Okay. So about some other scenarios like by multiple warehouses, what we are meaning by multiple warehouse, we're meaning warehouse can be in different cities, different zones, or can be depots. In Bangladesh, we have many organizations who have depots in many areas, and from the depots they supply the goods to the wholesalers, right? And with multiple locations within a warehouse, we are meaning that in a warehouse you can have aisles, you can have racks, you can have shelves. Even with Odoo, you can track bins. Bins, we mean there is small boxes where we can separate certain type of products or parts. If we can put a barcode there to the box, like a small box, 4x4 boxes, then we can also track them with Odoo. So implying what we are implying is every product is traceable. If you are utilizing Odoo's automation, you can trace every product you have in your stock. Uh, Thirdly, there is a reserve and availability of a stock option, which we mean is, let's say you have so many locations, so many warehouses, and every time your stock is updating, right? So at the same time, if two sales order comes, so what happens? You have to fulfill both sale orders at the same time. So when first sale order comes in a real time, you have to reserve those products and log the stock so that the second sale order can have a different type or product from a different lot, right, or different location. So we have to optimize the current version, current solution we have in Odoo, and we have scaled up that solution. Okay. And there is another thing to mention. In the screen, you are saying to screenshots from Odoo. So let's say you have 75,000 locations in a warehouse, and one of your worker, a stock worker, enters into the warehouse. So what he will do? He will obviously not go into the 75,000 warehouse, right? So he will have a PDA where it will suggest that where the product is, like a cluster picking or some other picking methodologies we have implemented. So the system should know in which location the product is available. All right. So the worker, the system, sorry, the system will suggest where the product is available. So whenever the worker enters into the warehouse and opens his batch, his or her batch, the system will support, okay, to pick that product, go into that location and pick this amount of products. And this is a way that we have to implement so that the picking can be done in a less time. Okay, and the warehouse don't have to look for the product what he is doing, and they don't have to sort all the products every time. So he is just taking the barcode machine, he's going to the warehouse, picking up the product and keeping it in certain box with barcode scanning and so on. So we had managed this with certain rules, and you can see there is a small uh, image at the bottom which says 1st February 2022, 5,245. So these were the transfers or delivery orders we processed in a half a day for one of our clients, and every transfer has, let's say, even with 5 lines, one delivery order has 5 products. There are 25,000 products in a day they had to process. So this is a challenge we had, and we solved it with Odoo and some bit of customizations from Odoo side and from the server side. Okay, secondly, Odoo gives us a beautiful flexibility to for our sales channels. Like we can sell with our e-commerce, with our website, and even if you don't want to have e-commerce, if you take the website module of Odoo, you can have multiple website or service-based website, beautiful websites with Odoo. Okay, so there is a challenge like we had a client who has multiple websites of different brands. Okay, and they had many channels. Like in the right image, you can see there is a website 1, website 2 B2B, website 3 B2C, and website 4 for separate brand X. And what website 1 does is it sells both B2B and B2C products. Okay. The meaning is you can sell from one channel, you can sell multiple type of products for your multiple type of customers with multiple type of price list, with multiple type of payment terms. So we had to design that for our website and e-commerce part. And the website 2 and website 3 are self-explanatory, like they're for B2B and B2C, and website 4 also had the B2B and B2C business scenarios, but for a special brand. Okay. And lastly, every website should have dynamic design for each website. Like the B2B website, which is more business focused, will not be same for the retail website, because a retail based website will be customer focused. You want your customer to come to your website and regularly come visit your website, right? But for B2B, you have a set of wholesaler or a set of people who regularly comes to your website, and what they want faster order processing. They want to process the orders on your website very fast. They want to wait there. So those are some challenges we had to face, and we managed them with our solutions. Okay, in the bottom image, you can see there is a website. So for each website, we can assign their own domains, and you can obviously a company for which company you have a website. Like if you have multiple companies in the system, you can have multiple websites for multiple companies. That wouldn't be an issue. And you can have multiple languages too. Like one of your companies in India and your default language is Hindi, right? In that case, you can also set up a website for that. Okay. So for the mobile app for B2B sales and third-party integrations, firstly, we have developed a mobile app, as Anupam already told. This mobile app is focused mainly for B2B sales. Like every sales agent, sorry, every sales agents collect orders from the businesses for prospect shops by visiting them, or the clients visit them, something like that. But they have a mobile app which is continuously updating their product catalog from the backend, The mobile user don't have to do anything. Everything happening is from backend. Okay, whenever new style is added or new product is added, the mobile product catalog gets updated. The sales agents will not have to do anything. And there is another options like real-time stock sync with forecasted value. So here forecasted values is very important, because every time we are selling, at the same time we are producing, right? We are producing or purchasing products in case of trading business. So our forecast of product is always changing. The stock forecasted stock of the product is always changing. Let's say I have a product which I will uh, I say in 5 minutes on hand. Okay, and these units will be expired today. One B2B agent logs those 5 units and goes to the second customer. At the same time, from the back office, someone issues a purchase order or a manufacturing order. In that case, the stock of the product will show that we have more 10 stocks will be arriving the next day. Okay, so the B2B agent go to the next customer, they can take orders and they can say, okay, you will receive that product a day after tomorrow with a 1 day lead time. Okay, so the app is designed that way. It is not on hand quantities, but it is calculating the forecasted value of the current stock. Okay, and we had some integrations with various systems, like for one of our clients, we have a PrestaShop integration. We have integrated 14 different PrestaShops into a single system. So we had to handle so many uh, data at the real time sometimes, and sometimes we had to run cron jobs in a scheduler action so that we can get all the data. There is a Miracle platform. It is a B2B platform to sell products. And lastly, you can see that we are saying bidirectional sync, which not only limited to delivery and shipping, but also product catalog, customer price list, credit limits, promotions, multiple currencies. Which mean is that when we are communicating with the third parties, with the mobile app, with PrestaShop, with Miracle platform, we are not only communicating for products or for inventory operations. We are also communicating for a price list the customer has, the credit limit the customer has, if there are any promotion in the system, if there are multiple currencies available. So this was a bit of challenge, but we solved it. Okay, so in this part, we want to show you that different industries have different type of products. So like, right? Like fashion industry has styles. They call most of their products as styles. So for style, we had to change the product input of Odoo. So we customize the solution. So you can see there is a style option, a style tab open in the right product information screenshot. So where they can input all the style related information, and it is integrated with those informations are integrated with their respected modules. Okay. Secondly, you can see this is a jewelry type product. Here you will not see any style. It is solely based on jewelry type of product, because in jewelry you want to track how many necklace you have, right? The necklace unit of measure will be pieces, like units. I have one necklace, I have two necklace in my showroom. But in case of gold and diamond, you also want to know how much gold you have, right? At the same time, you want to know how much total gold you have. So it is a tricky part, but we manage it in some way with the inventory applications. And we also have products developed for electronic products which require unique serializations, vehicles which have many unique numbers, custom services. Okay, so retail sales. Retail sales, what we are focusing on are on point of sales. Okay, so those shops can be a franchise, or those shops can be your own shop, or you can be a trading business who sell through point of sales. Or you can be a let's say what there can be an example. Let's say you have a business of cosmetics, and in every shopping mall we see there is a small booth of cosmetics. Then they can utilize this system. So at the right hand side, the second point which we are saying is ideal stock concept. There is the ideal stock screenshot at the first, which is the first screenshot. So basically what it is doing, that we are saying, okay, that shop, let's say you in a shopping mall, you have 4 point of sale booths, or 1 point of sale big showroom, or 2 point of sale locations. Okay, but you want to reserve stocks for your locations, for your point of sales, how much stock they can have, because you don't want your stock to be ideally sit in your warehouse or ideally sit in a showroom, right? So there is a base configuration of ideal stock where you can define how much product they will have, what type of product they will have. And we also have created a separate retail stock transfer process. So like the main warehouse has to transfer those stocks to those warehouses so that you can get full traceability, like how much product they have received, how much product they have purchased, how much the products they have sold, and how much product they currently have in their stock. So we have made point of sale solutions, as Anupam already told, for pharmacies, for fashion houses, for trading businesses, for jewelry businesses. Okay. So lastly, we want to talk about process flow, which this is a full process flow of an organization, of a manufacturing process, who are mainly do food and bakery manufacturing. Zoom करो देना. Okay, so the process, we summarized it as much as could in a single flow. So I will explain it. Okay, so the process starts with demand. Okay, every let's say for food and bakery solution, or it can also go with some other business organization. Sorry, that the process starts with demand. They took demand every day, how much product they need. Okay, based on the demand, what happens is they create finished good requisitions the next day to the distribution house. This is a distribution house lane. This is a sales lane. Okay, the sales department issues demands to the distribution house, and distribution house, what it does, it creates a finished good requisition. Okay, and these requisitions has to be delivered in the same day. Okay, so we get demand. From the demand we do a finished good requisition, and this finished good requisition goes to the manufacturing department. Okay, and what we did here, there were two parts of the manufacturing department. One is raw material stock and one is manufacturing floor. So when we see that one product's raw material is available in the manufacturing floor, we are sending those requisitions directly to the manufacturing order to process them for their manufacturing. For their manufacturing, and if those raw materials aren't available in the manufacturing floor, we are sending them to the raw material stock. And what they are doing, they are aggregating all the requisitions they are getting for the manufacturing processes. So here what they're doing is those raw material stock can have those raw materials in their own stock, and if those are available, they're sending them to the manufacturing floor. And if it is not available, what they are doing, they are going for purchase. Okay, the organization can have a central purchase unit, and they can raise a purchase quotation to the purchase department here. And the purchase department centrally purchases all the departments raw material requisitions. Like you can have multiple factories, you can have in a same area. What I'm telling is that in a same area you can have multiple factories, and for those factories you can process purchases from a central unit. But if you have factories in separate areas, you can also process those raw materials from separate factories purchase unit. Okay, so basically what is done is the purchase department raising a purchase quotation. They are doing all the purchases and sending them to the raw material goods store. When all the purchase is complete, there is a verification here, and it is getting sent to the raw material warehouse, and raw material warehouse sends them to the manufacturing floor. So the manufacturing floor produces all the stocks. After production, producing all the stocks, they are sending them to their finished good store, because every factory has their finished good store, finished good floor, where they are doing QA, where they are doing their packaging, where they do all kind of stuffs here. And from when everything is complete, they are sending them to the distribution house, and the distribution house is picking those products based on the demand they got on that day and dispatching them to their um, customers. And these customers can be different type of sales, like retail customer, wholesale customer. It can differ. Okay, so I tried to uh, tell you as summary as possible, but the real scenario is much more bigger, and everything is running in a single solution, not multiple solutions, and running every module is integrated in their own way. Okay, so thank you all. This was for me, and we will. Ayman, do you there?
Yes. So thank you all for joining us. Now we're gonna have the question answer session. We already have one question from our Rulbhai. Rulbhai, if you could just introduce yourself and do ask your question. I think Onupumpai and Andrew's gonna answer your question.
Ayman, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, I think we can basically take the like in QA answers.
So we already have one question from Rulbhai. Let me just repeat it. So I'd like to know how Brainstation will directly keep contribution to improve business for small company, whereas implementation of any ERP is so expensive. So, no, Kumpai, Andrew, would you like to answer that?
Yeah. So I'll just say from my point of view, in terms of software editor from Odoo side, our partners, Brainstation, help customers first of all with the implementation, with the quick start methodology or the unique methodology Anupam mentioned. This will gives actually what it does is giving customer all the options instead of just asking them to commit for a lot. Like ERP, of course, is going to be pricey because at the end of the day, it involves a lot of service, right? But with Odoo, the good thing is that it always gives you a lot of option. And Brainstation do a very good job. They do a very good job on um, helping you to figure out your requirement, prioritizing them, which one is the most important ones, and also in the same time keeping it as standard as possible. Obviously, as a user, you may think, hey, can I get it extended or like get it customized to the way I imagined? Obviously, you can, but at the end of the day, it's going to be pricey because it involves the development, right? So Brainstation here, they just mentioned it, like explained earlier, they do a very good job on keeping it as standard as possible. Obviously, when it is necessary, development will happen, but they will try to use this approach to minimize the unnecessary costs, so to speak. But in terms of giving back to the community or the small companies out there, yeah, to us, with the help of Brainstation, with them being in the local country, being there physically, it already helps a lot because we cannot do this alone. So maybe Anupam, you can help me with the perspective from your side as well.
Yes, okay. So like in Odoo, so like comparing to other ERPs, so as you mentioned this, whereas other ERPs are so expensive. So in Odoo, so you can like buy per user licenses is like in BDT, like it is $6. So like when you convert in BDT, so it will be like almost like only 500 taka. So like which is very cheap comparing to like any other ERP user licensing. and the module price is like very low here. So like, but comparing into like other countries, like developed countries, so Odoo's price is like one third lower there. So like, whereas the like per user licensing fee like in USA is $22 or something like that, but here you will get it like only in $6. And as a partner, so we will try to like try to give our best consultancy to you, so how you can manage your SMEs with the like default Odoo with less customizations. So I think you can have an idea. So like you have like 10 users or like 5 modules, so like your monthly cost will be like 5 or 6,000 BTT, so and monthly only, and you can implement it, you can run your whole businesses. So later you can gradually improve, so there is also scope so to later incorporate the other modules, and if you want to increase users. So that's how like we Brainstation can help you to like improve your SMEs and like get the like ERPs, what really ERP means. So I think it will like brings like best business values for you.
All right. Thank you. So, is there any more other question? I'm looking at the chat box. There's no question. Please feel free to. Oh, I already found one. How to track the product which is received in the stock in a box, like pencil or pen, but stock out the product in a single piece, that which piece is available in the stock.
Okay, so okay, so thanks for these questions. So it can be managed in Odos in separate ways, but no issue. But we will have like multiple. But this webinars is about only the introductions and like how Brainstation is helping. But we will have like separate module-wise webinars in futures, like in inventory, accounting, HRMS, and purchase sales. So I think we can basically show you how these things can be managed. I think it will be relevant on that part. So keep stay with us. So some more webinars is coming soon.
All right, moving on to the next question. What about your plan for hotel PMS? Bangladesh has a huge market of it. So about hotel PMS.
Okay, so like Odoo is designed in such a way so Odoo can be fit like any sort of industries. Like as you have seen, like we all work almost like 10 plus of industries already. So like Odoo can also be fit with the like hotel and PMS also. So we are basically open. We are not like basically like street with any sort of industries, or like we don't have any comfort zone. So we Brainstation, we always like to take challenges and we work with like new technologies and opportunities. So like here we are open also. So and for the hotel and PMS, so Odoo can easily be implemented in these sectors also.
Also, if I want to add, like the hotel property management system, if I understand correctly, we are also exploring some ideas of that solution. And as you know, that Odoo also has a big community. Okay, so and those communities have some solutions. And what we do is, if we see some solutions are fit, and we take them, we analyze them, we refine them based on our custom requirement, based on our custom market, based which is specified for Bangladesh, and then we develop the solution. Because as we already shown you that we have a solution, we are getting solution for NGOs, for hospitals, for some other systems. Those can also be done with hotel property management system. Thank you.
All right. Any more question?
Okay, so Mr. Rahul, maybe we can join, or we can exchange our contacts so that we can have a talk how we can deliver our products, how we can develop one. Okay, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.
You'll find our contact information in our emails and on the webinar itself. Any more questions? Yeah. No questions? Come on.
Okay, so Mr. Midul, so do you have any secondary sales or like route to market solutions? In Odoo, so it can be done with the what we already shown you that Odoo has the like primary sales and the mobile apps and things. So like there only a new layer needs to be added. So this can also be done. And for you, but in Brainstation, basically we don't basically on focus on basically on not only on product. So basically we basically focus on the like solutions basically. So that's why we don't have any but lots of solutions in our basket our product so that we can basically pick it and directly sell to others. So but basically it is a like it is a matter of discussions and like and how Odoo works and what additional features we can include, because as you can see that if you go to like Odoo and other ERP and other ERPs, the difference you will find that Odoo never suggests for any like any solution for any industries, because this is a like platform and where anyone can enter and any business needs can be fit. So this is the beauty of Odoo. But secondary sales, so it can easily done managing the routes and outlets, so everything. So it can be easily done.
Thank you, Anupam Bhai. Just feel free to ask any more questions. We still have 8 minutes on our hands.
Hello. Uh, am I audible?
Yes, do ask.
Okay. Okay. I have a question for Anupam Bhai. Hello, Anupam Bhai.
Hello.
If someone purchase a full ERP,
Okay.
all of the modules, and the price is fixed for the modules, but some times later, if they wanted to implement the ERP for more branches, so the price will be same, or it will be same. It will be fixed like before.
Okay. So Andrew, do you want to answer?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
It depends. It depends. In Odoo, for speaking of from a functionality standpoint, Odoo has a multi-company setup. Let's say, actually, we have a lot of these companies. A lot of our customers, they'll use this setup to their advantage. For example, you have a manufacturing office in somewhere in Asia, a trading office in Europe or in North America. Oftentimes, they have to have separate operations, right? But at the same time, they do share some common information. For example, vendor information. Maybe if manufacturing is involved, like the bill of materials, the contacts, the product list, you don't want to set it up all over again. So the good thing with Odoo is that we allow multiple companies to set up within the same database and without needing to purchase a separate license for that. Obviously, if that's a totally irrelevant company, being put in the database. Obviously, from Odoo standpoint, we don't really care because at the end of the day, it's the issue of security and information. And I don't think any sensible company is going to do that. But if you're related companies, subsidiaries, sister companies, it's all about setting up the right access level, which obviously it has to do with the implementation. And from here and Brainstation and then team, they'll help you with that.
Okay, so thank you, Andrew. So, Mr. Mridu, so what is that? So you can set like multiple hundreds of hundreds of companies under one. Since the database is not separate, so we are or the licensing or other cost, we are not Odoo is not bothered about it. So like if you purchase 10 user license and you have like 20 companies, so if you want to give access or these 10 users with the 20 companies, or you want to run the 20 companies with the 10 users, so there is no additional cost.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank
I
you.
think this is the beauty of Odoo.
Yes, 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 and that's why Odoo is
Because
the yes,
uh,
this let's
uh,
cheap ERP.
because if we talk about our local ERP, so we
Yes,
charges for extra business unit or extra outlets.
yes. There is
So
a there is a like good contrast between Odoo and Brainstation is that Odoo's main principle and our Brainstation main principle is that basically we don't bother about the like basically or we don't hire like concerned about the charges. We what we mentioned in my presentation I mentioned that we want to create customer happiness. When the customer is happy, they will bring more customers, and we will and Odoo and Brainstation we can make money from the new customers like rather than giving the burden with the existing customers. So we believe in customer happiness and success stories.
okay, thank you, Anupam bhai. Can I
Yes,
ask one more question?
yes, please.
Okay, so if my customer sometimes they want to build a customized report,
Okay.
so is it possible for customer for make a customized report for individual client?
Yes, yes, yes. Everything, customizations and all other things are these are possible. But
Okay,
we
okay,
prefer to do it with the like expert hands because otherwise the technical debt and the like complexity, further more complexities can arise in the near futures.
okay. Thank you.
And one point I need to add, so like Odoo has like good reporting tools also using pivot dashboards and other things, filters, group drives. So before doing that, I think you can check with this. So it can also help rather than going through the development directly.
All right. Thank you all. So the last question is from Shumon. Is there any budget related solution?
Yes, yes. So since Odoo is a like complete ERP solution and accounting solutions, so basically specific, not budget related. So like Odoo has its own budget, and you can compare your accounting data with the budget and like the actual accounts. You can compare the variance analysis, all things. So things are there.
All right. I guess we're ending our webinar here. Still have like 2 minutes in our hands, unless anyone has a very last question. Please do say. If not, then we're gonna end our webinar here. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Andrew, for joining us. Thank you, Anupam Bhai and Tanzil Bhai, for saying such insightful things about our services with ERP and Odoo. And we hope to see you in our future webinars as well. Thank you all, and goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you.